Hey guys, so we're in the moving process right now. As you've seen, we have lived in this place for just about over 6 months or so. We're in Medellin, Colombia, and I'm gonna break down a bit more on this video why it's so important to rent your places out instead of owning them, all right? So why rent versus buy? I'm gonna break down the details here. So look, when I was first getting started, I thought to myself, man, you know what? Buying a property is probably the best way to go, because when you buy a property, you can pay your principal down and you can benefit from the long-term shelter that you get. There's so many things that you can come up with that are going to hope and help you justify buying long-term real estate. But you see, here's the issue. When you buy long-term real estate that you're gonna live in for yourself, you have no idea what the economy is gonna look like in 2, 3, 4 years. You are essentially hoping that the market continues to go up. If you live in the property and the market goes down, well, you're susceptible to a mass amount of risk, right? Because if the market does go down, then what you're gonna see is most likely that the market is going to maybe drag your property price down. And not only is it going to drag your property price down, but it's also going to likely maybe have you lose a job. You know, that's a terrible thing. If you lose your job, well, then what are you going to do? You know, you got to do something to make some money. So that's where you got to work from home. Guys, we're here at our place, just so you can see. We live out of basically out of suitcases, right? Here's our place. Brand new place we just moved into. It's 3 stories, has a rooftop terrace. It's an impeccable place. And I gotta say, I mean, I'm very excited about living here. I think it is a pretty cool place to live in, but more than ever, I love the fact that I can leave here also whenever I want. That's another benefit of having real estate that you are invested in, but you don't live in. Because if you live in the investment, then you are basically hoping that the real estate will make you enough money over time by you offsetting the cost of your life, your living cost, that it's going to make you enough money for you to be able to, I guess, create wealth. It's a common misconception that most people don't thoughtfully think through, and I think that's what is most important. So let's break this down. If you bought a place like this and you lived inside of it, it would cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars for you to put the down payment, plus you would still have to pay thousands of dollars a month to maintain this place. If you lived in this place renting, you could pay thousands of dollars a month, but you don't have to put hundreds of thousands of dollars in sacrifice to then sit on that money and hopefully hopefully come up that the market goes up in value on this property you just purchased, which right now more than ever, values of properties like this, they're not really higher, right? They're actually lower. So we got this for a better deal, you know, for a good deal. So if you think about that, that's a risk. It's a massive risk that you're taking that you don't really necessarily need to take. I think that's a very important thing, actually one of the most important things. The other thing is that if you are investing in a property for yourself to live in, well, you have to also consider the fact that you are going to have to pay that mortgage every single month. You have to pay for the maintenance, you have to pay for the utilities, you have to pay for the taxes, you have to pay for all that stuff every single month. And if you're paying for all that stuff every single month, well then, let's be real. How are you saving money? Right? You don't have any cash flow coming in. The fact that you don't have any cash flow coming in, that's a problem. If you have to work in order to pay for the thing that you have, then that's a problem. If you have somebody else living inside of the place paying for that place for you, and then you're profiting off of the property, you don't have to actually live inside the property, and you're making money, so you're making money off your money, that is a much more lucrative strategy. Look, we're on the 2nd floor, just so you guys can see. I know it's hard to see this, so we'll try to get an up close. So that's our views here in Medellin. So as you can see, Pretty killer views. And you know, if we walk out here, we got a bridge that we're crossing over here right now. This is the benefit of having real estate pay you every month instead of you paying for real estate. If we paid for real estate every single month, check this monkey out. Super cool. That's a gorilla. That's right. It is a gorilla. Look, I got my son here as well. Listen, if you are paying for real estate every month instead of real estate paying you, you can't ever have something like this. It's almost impossible. You'd have to keep working in order to pay for that mortgage. And that sucks. And you also can't travel. You can't go and move wherever you want. You can't do the things that you want to do. You can't go to the places you want to go because you're fixed. You are stuck in one location. Now, a lot of you get caught with this thing. And I know a lot of you have been thinking about this over the last maybe couple minutes and guys, by the way, we're going to our rooftop terrace here, just so you guys can see. We're on the rooftop. We got barbecues and we got this whole little tiki place here with a dining table. And this is our views here at the top. Awesome, awesome views. Listen guys, if you are caught up on trying to principal pay down your property, remember it takes 30 years for your property to be principally paid down. In that 30 years, the market could have gone up and down like 20 times. You can't control that. So you gotta buy things you can control. And the thing that you can control the most is cash flow. You can control that cash flow gets paid to you every single month. You can control that, you know, you can find a new tenant if you need to. You can control that you can evict people that are bad if you need to. You understand? You can't control if you lose a job. You can't control that. You can't control if you make a bad investment decision into a property that loses a lot of its value and you are still responsible for paying every single month. You can't control that. It's a problem. I mean, you can't control it after the fact. You can control it before you actually do it, especially if you know what you're doing. But you can't control it if you've already done it. That's the problem. So you want to be very, very, very careful with how you invest. And now more than ever, you should be thinking about strategies that can make you money from home. Not just focused on making money from the office, because the office now more than ever is a place where it's actually difficult to go to. It's actually difficult to go make money at the office nowadays. Look, investing in real estate is how we were able to afford a place like this, how I was able to quit my job at Google and Facebook, how I was able to build a life for my kids that now, let's go ahead and let's just ask them, you know what I mean? Let's just ask, hey Lucas, what do you think about, look, he's standing at the tip of his balcony here, inside his room, looking at the views. What do you think about this place?
I think it's good.
You think it's good, right?
Yeah.
And how did we get here?
Because we got money.
We got money. How did we get money?
From buying houses.
That's right. We bought houses. And buying houses is the way to make money, right? Exactly. Nice job, buddy. High five. Good job. You see, guys, even a kid can understand this, all right? If children can understand this, you can understand this. But it's all a matter of you taking action and actually doing something about it. Actually taking advantage of a market condition like we're in, all right? If you don't take advantage, then what's gonna happen? It's gonna take advantage of you. Right now, I'm actually gonna be, I'm gonna grab here a pool stick, I'm gonna play some pool and hang out. It's the middle of the day on a Friday. While people are sitting at home, quarantined, I'll be here playing pool on this table right here and enjoying the day with my kid, which the rest of the family is actually moving from the old house over here as well. And now, this is our place, you know what I mean? Because of real estate investments. So take advantage, guys. Learn about real estate the right way. Know that this channel is dedicated for beginners. If you got a lot of benefit from this video, then go ahead and please like or subscribe. And That way you can get more access to these videos. We'll be dropping a couple more this month and a few months after that and the next after that, and we'll continue to do so. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Drop me a comment below if you want to have a conversation.